What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, here to bring you some more Alliance War coverage. This time for Loki is going up against S3NSU. And I'm not going in with double vision Quake this time, just going to go in with Quake, Vision, and then I'm going to swap out Age of Ultron Vision for Iceman. Someone that I normally have in Alliance Quest. That's the only reason I don't bring him to Alliance War more often, as I do find him to be really solid, no pun intended, on Alliance War offense, especially if you happen to take a path that has a lot of Nightcrawlers. Fortunately for me, my path does not have a lot of Nightcrawlers, or maybe unfortunately for me, since I do have to deal with magics a little bit more frequently. But in any case, off to the first node, and this one is mutant. Somebody has mutant detection, and I'm thinking, speaking of Nightcrawler, this is probably a Nightcrawler. So I'm going to enter this fight with Vision, with the class advantage. Iceman would have also been a great choice, like I said, but on this particular node, because it's not too strong of a node, I figured, you know what, let me just go with Vision. And it's actually Rogue, so it's kind of a good thing I didn't go in with Iceman. But then again, either way, whoever I went in with would not have been too bad of a choice, as Rogue is really not too difficult to bring down. She is a little bit annoying in that you can't really land a good parry on her. She has that debuff duration reduction passive. So yeah, that along with if she has any points in Limber, it's really tough to actually land a good parry and be able to attack afterwards. So I just barely missed the kill with my SP3, but that's alright. One more opening and she's down. So this war, you're going to see a little bit of different defenders. And looking at my list here of who I'm going to go up against, you'll see in just a moment. But looking at my list here, I can tell that they're all basically prestige rank ups, and these guys were just kind of throwing the prestige champions in here. So that's something I can respect. I don't think that this alliance particularly thinks that this is like the absolute best defenders you can get. They were clearly just in the process of growing, the same thing as for Loki. And had to prioritize a bunch of prestige rank ups. So yeah, any kind of odd champions that you see that you normally would not see on defense, that's pretty much the reason why. So this next node up, I'm thinking, okay, this one might be Nightcrawler. Let's check it out, and it's Quake. Like I said, a prestige rank up champion. So Quake, not too bad. I am very happy that I went in here with Iceman. As the little aftershock that she applies with her heavy attacks there has a chance to stun, and it's a low chance when when there's not too many aftershocks, but it still has a chance to stun. And you're gonna see here coming up throughout the fight that ice armor actually protects me from that stun. After this, watch the duration on aftershock right now. You'll notice that as soon as it ticks down, it actually is going to stun me just for a split second. There we go. But the ice armor protects me from it, and otherwise, that could have been a lot of damage. Quake actually hits pretty hard. Her base attack is really high compared to most champions, so she can actually do a lot of damage if you get stunned like that. So very happy that I went in here with Iceman and made the fight relatively easy for me. So 2 fights in. My champions are still looking pretty healthy. Very happy with the progress so far. I could have definitely used Iceman on that first node there. A lot of times I do try to use Iceman on the first node just to save my my Vision's life for this unblockable SP2 node. But as you saw, it worked out okay in this particular instance. But on some of the other wars going forward, you'll see me use Iceman on that first node a lot. But anyway, unblockable SP2, so it's time to bust out the OG Vision. The 4,000 unit investment, that was the best unit investment of my entire existence in Marvel Contest of Champions, because yeah, this guy, he just crushes this node every single time, man. Oh, okay, maybe not every single time. There's some times where I get wrecked, but a lot of times. And against Hood, it's pretty easy as long as you can get that first power drain off. You can get him in this cycle where he uses SP1, and it's a pretty straightforward fight from there. The only thing they have to watch out for is, sometimes I forget that this guy is a Mystic champion. you know, he has Mystic Dispersion, right? If the opponent is running Mystic Dispersion, that is. You know, a lot of times I think of Mystic Dispersion champions. It's like Juggernaut, Magic, Mordo, Hood. For whatever reason, I just kind of slips my mind at times. So yeah, sometimes I will accidentally push him into that SP2, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to keep in that SP1. And in fact, Mystic Dispersion actually helps at times against Hood, since his SP1 is so easy to dodge, and he is pretty free with it. It almost allows you to stay within that cycle a bit easier than if they did not have Mystic Dispersion. So kind of cool the way that works out. So 3 fights in now, and everything is going pretty well. I mean, my champions are healthy. I'm liking the way this looks. Just waiting for somebody to take out that next node so I can continue on here to my 4th fight. And this fight can get a little bit dicey at times. This is, of course, the 200% health and attack and bleed node. And although it's, you know, not the craziest of nodes in here, just occasionally you can run up against like a 5-star magic or something and can be really devastating. But in this case, it's Karnak. Once again, a prestige rank up. So yeah, Karnak is somebody that I really don't see on war defense much at all. But like I said, I can respect it. These guys were prioritizing getting that prestige up there so they can do well in Alliance Quest. It's something that 4Loki knows all about. And I'm sure a lot of other alliances out there do as well. And you know, basically, I'm sure both of our alliances are in pretty similar spots in terms of, you know, trying to work on alliance war after we get those prestige rank ups going. So you know, I'm sure in a little bit more time here, these guys will have a you know, more standard alliance war defense. But for now, yeah, this fight, there's not really much to talk about, guys. It's Karnak. Very easy. You know, I'm not saying it's you can't make a mistake, but as long as you're focused, mistakes they're really not going to happen against this guy. His SP1 is one of the worst in the game in terms of you know, when you're actually fighting against him. So easy to dodge, so easy to punish. Pretty straightforward fight. Does take a fair amount of hits, even though I'm running suicides, just because it is the 200% health node. But other than that, yeah, very easy. So 4 fights in now, and I'm really liking the way that this war is going. I got some interesting matchups, some matchups that I don't normally see, so I was happy about that. My champions are all healthy. It looks like I'm going to get out of this one without using any potions or items, but there is one last node before the boss here, and it is the power gain node. And this node, I can run into some issues here at times, as you guys have seen in the past. And I'm thinking it's, you know, it could be Magic or Hyperion. That's the most likely of the two. I check out his profile, and he has this rank 4 Mordo. Rank 4 5-star Mordo. But I'm thinking, you know what? He probably has this Mordo somewhere else on the map. And he does. It's actually a 5-star magic, but it appears this magic is only at rank 3. So basically the equivalent of a you know, rank 5 4-star magic. So not too bad. I don't play this the best. I'm a little bit rusty in my Magic play, or my Quake versus Magic play. So yeah, you see a lot of mistakes here. I pushed her into a limbo state there, thinking that that I was gonna time it perfectly with concussion, and that she, you know, that would prevent her from going to limbo, but it didn't quite work out. So yeah, she does get a lot of limbos off, but luckily the class advantage and the fact that she's only a rank 3 5-star means that I can actually survive some of these limbos, so always happy when I can actually survive a few, and I end it with the heavy there. So yeah, very sloppy fight. I could have played much better. These are some of my favorite fights to watch back, Quake versus Magic, because it can really, you know, it slows the fight down. I'm able to focus on exactly what I'm doing wrong, whereas in the moment it's so hard to see exactly what's happening. You know, so hard that the decisions that you have to make in that split moment there, it's very difficult. But that is my last fight of this war. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to use my healthy champions against Magic boss here. I would have actually liked to. I've got a screenshot here where Kaz took out the boss. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance. He demolished that Magic. But anyway, it was a good war to S3NSU. Maybe we will meet again somewhere in the future. But yeah, good war to you guys, and that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.